Here we
This is a
go.
whole ass. This is a whole ass process, huh?
It is. It is. I'm gonna grab headphones.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh my God. This has
Yeah,
been a whole thing.
yeah. I was also like comedy of errors. I was trying to because like I saw the you sent me the link through Facebook Messenger and like it popped up on my phone, so I was like, oh, here we fucking go. Like, because I was just like, well, I wanted to join on my computer so I could use my good mic.
Yeah.
But I was just like, all right, well, let's try opening Facebook Messenger on my computer. And then it turns out that I changed my password a while ago and I didn't write it down, so I don't remember it.
No.
And then you emailed it to me, and I was like, oh, well, that works a lot better. But I was just like scratching my head. I was like, what the fuck did I make my password?
We're doing so well. We are
We're
doing
doing so
well.
great.
Okay. This is gonna be wild. I have Graham's headphones. Okay. Hopefully this is working.
His headphones, that is.
Oh no, I can hear you.
Well,
So
there you go.
this is the jankiest setup. I have a pop filter on my microphone though, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah, me too. I have a whole ass actually before while I was living alone, I had the idea to buy myself like a really fancy mic because I was just like maybe I'll do like I'll do a little bit of voice acting. Maybe that would be like a fun little like side hustle to do.
Oh, that'd be
And then
so
I
cool.
recorded myself once and listened to it and I was like I hate the sound of my own voice. I can't fucking do this.
Yeah.
I can't be editing audio of me talking for like for a living.
And that's why you have me on the podcast because my squeakiness pisses you off more, so it offsets your own hatred. I'm kidding. But it's also true.
Nah.
No,
No.
I hate the sound of my own voice too. I can listen to it if I'm not in front of my mic. I can listen to it if I'm not thinking about how it's my voice. But if I think about the fact that it's my voice, I'm like, ah, fuck, who's this bitch? I hate her.
Yeah, it's very like it's very listening to myself doing like a read of anything is painful.
Oh,
Um I
yeah.
feel like I still have that when I listen to episodes of the podcast. I still have the a little bit of like oh fuck, like he sounds so nasally, he sounds so fucking low energy and I'm just like I hate it. So it's a fun little thing to do as somebody who's trying to do a podcast.
Yeah, that's the sign of any good podcast is you hate the sound of your own voice.
Is you cannot listen to it without becoming physically angry.
Yeah, that's the sign of a good podcast. Okay, I'm just trying to set up another computer so that I can pull up the show notes because
Okay.
if I try to open the internet on my MacBook, Zoom crashes.
What the fuck, bro? Are you on the same Mac? Because this
Yes.
MacBook had been giving you issues like even when we were living together.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the same one. It's my 2016 MacBook Pro with 1.2 terabytes of. Okay, so yeah, it's the same 2016 MacBook Pro. It's still, I finally updated the software for the first time in 6 years, so it works better now.
bro, 2016. That's not a computer. That is an artifact.
Hey, it runs Zoom and it can run The Sims if I like boot it up 8 times. So that's enough for me.
I mean, that's if you boot it up 8 times.
Yeah, it
Uh,
crashes first a bunch before it works, but that's okay. It's just like me in real life.
oh, I feel that.
It's what I tell myself to feel better.
Oh man, it's a
Hmm.
fun time.
It is. I'm just pulling up the show notes on the computer that doesn't hate me.
That is brave. That is okay.
Let's see. Also, I don't think Apple makes wired headphones anymore, like with an
No,
aux cable.
because they were aggressively taking the cables off of like. I mean, weren't they the first ones to release an iPhone without a headphone jack?
Yeah, and now I got a new phone because my phone died because I stopped getting phone calls. Um,
Uh-huh.
I keep
Okay.
I keep technology far too long, I think is the moral of the story. So my phone was only 3 years old, but Apple did that stupid thing where they like will slow down your phone purposefully so you are forced to buy a new one. So it started doing that, and I would get like phone calls, but I would be on my phone and the phone would not ring, but then I would just see like, oh, I've missed 6 calls from my mother. And I'm
Mm.
like, didn't come through. So when I heard that there was going to be a 30% tariff on iPhones, I was like, I should probably get a new phone.
It seems like a good investment. Oh my God. Because that is gonna be a thing. My God.
Yeah,
I love it. I love
yeah.
it. I love the world we live in.
It's so good. We could probably talk about that too.
I think
Because
that's not a bad idea.
it is how many years since our last episode?
Uh, Years. Because I think the last one that we didn't, I don't think we ended up ever recording anything while we were living together, unless we recorded one.
I don't think
But
we did.
yeah, it's been a definite while. It might have been like pandemic time since the last time that we actually sat down and recorded a thing. So, uh,
Yeah.
I
Holy
mean,
shit. So it's
we
been
could
like
we could,
years.
oh, it certainly has been. Yeah, I mean, we could talk about the sort of the situation in the world, but like, I don't know how much more there is to say. Trump bad. All of this is bad.
They want to rename Greenland Red, White, and Blue Land.
I'm actually for that because I think Greenland's been a misnomer for a long time. At least that's a third, right?
Far too long, far too long. Are you going to start a GoFundMe? Greenland should not be actually named Red, White, and Blue Land. Promise I'm not MAGA.
Yeah, I'll do it just for the sake of like getting all the MAGA people on. I won't say I'll absolutely be like, yeah, go fund me, like throw money at this pit and I will make Greenland red, white, and blue land. And I think that the MAGA people will all fall for it, and I will maybe spend like a tenth of it trying to figure out how you would actually go about doing that, and then just pocket the rest.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, spend it. You would be like the next George Santos level of grifter. Like you
Exactly.
would be revered and loved, and maybe you'd get to go on some fun podcasts.
Yeah, people would be like, "Oh my God, he took all my money for absolutely nothing," and and I'm so happy about this. It's just like that time that I bought literal shit from the Cards Against Humanity people and
Yay!
was shocked.
Yeah, and you opened it with arms wide open.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how it goes. That's the ultimate grift.
Hmm. Uh, what a world. What a world.
Such a fun time. I guess do you want to do like a quick what happened briefly since the
Oh yeah.
last episode to you? We can talk about what like happened uh
You want to say
later.
happened a couple more times?
Well, yeah, the implications there. But like what's happened in your life?
Like like an actual
Yeah.
update. Not too much. I mean, I was living in Guelph in a single like like bachelor kind of apartment type thing for a little while. Um which was cool because I went back and then the same way that you kind of made Taylor Swift your life, I made the Marvel movies my life, and I just went back and revisited the entire MCU from the beginning uh up to Endgame, skipping the movies that I hated.
Oh, fair.
But that actually became my life for like a period of months because I
Hey,
got Disney Plus around that time.
we all cope with things in different ways, you know? You're
We sure do.
my brain rot, your brain rot. Everyone
Yeah,
has a brain rot.
exactly. The other thing that I did though that I'm actually a bit more proud of was I fostered one cat, successfully
Mm.
fostered one cat, and then decided that Alucard needed like somebody to play with, and so that's how Mist became a thing. But Mist being the cat that I then adopted after I moved. But yeah, fostered a cat in Guelph, then moved out of Guelph, and then was just like, well, time to go look for a cat to. I just didn't feel like, I don't know, doing the whole process again right away of just like, oh, like signing up for fostering, getting interviewed and everything.
Fair.
So,
I feel like it's a lot too. I remember when I got my cat, I have a cat now. That's fun. I have my own
Mm.
cat. I had to come up with like a chain of succession and I had to have like references and like I had to literally come up with like, okay, so, and I couldn't like bullshit the chain of succession either. So I had to seriously sit down and have conversations and be like, okay, so something happened to me. Who's taking this cat that I don't have yet? So that led to the joke being that like, my mom and Bram, the two people who like two of the people who I think love the cat like the most
Hmm.
are numbers 2 and 3 on the list of succession.
Oh shit, wait, who's number one?
Is number one because she was the only person.
Oh my God. You're gonna have a whole like oh God, you're gonna have a whole Knives Out situation after if God forbid,
God
sorry. God
forbid.
forbid something should happen to you, but if it does, you're gonna have a whole Knives Out situation.
No, literally, because like the idea was I had to sit down and I'd be like, "Hey, Bram, so if I died, would you take this cat?" And Bram's like, "I live with my parents who have a dog." I'm like, "All right, you're bottom of the list, fine." And then I was like, "Hey, mom, if I died, would you take my cat?" My mom's like, I don't want you to get a cat. Don't get a cat." I said, "Fine, you're number two," because I needed three. And then I called up my best friend and I was like, "Hey, if I had a cat and I died," she's like, "I'd take your cat." I'm like, "You're its godmother legally
I'll
now."
take a cat. Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
Yeah, I think her words were like obviously more like I will cherish it in your and like raise it in your memory. Like it was really beautiful, and I was like, "You're the godmother legally." So I like to
Incredible.
joke that Bram is number 3 on the list.
Again, incredible.
It's very fun. It's a really great thing to throw out in arguments. Just be like, "You're not even the godfather."
That's that's so good. I don't know why that got me so much. I like the idea that you're like having a serious like falling out, and that's just what you throw out, and you 100% mean it. Like
Yeah,
you are.
yeah. It's a fight about the cat. Well, you don't have a
Mhm.
say in this, Bram. You're number 3 on the list.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah. Now I actually worry though that there might be a battle over the cat because now has two cats of her own. So like I know she would absolutely take Squishy in a heartbeat, but she has two beautiful boys of her own. And I think my mom would take the cat, but also I don't know, like I don't know if she wants a cat. And then I'm sure Bram would take the cat, but now it's like, oh God, I guess I think I have to sit down and figure this out again.
Oh my God. See, this is interesting because like I did have to fill out a whole application form for Squishy for not for Squishy, for Mist.
Yeah.
Squishy is yours, Mist is mine. I did have to fill out an application form. I don't remember chain of succession specifically being an item on that list. I think there might have been
Oh,
something like if you get sick, for example, like who can take care of the cat.
that's fair.
And like my answer to that was my parents, even though that's a complete lie. But
You're just like, someone will.
yeah, we'll find a person.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. I have the application. I went to the Cambridge District Humane Society. I'm doxing my cat.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was a 6-page application. And I had to explain, like, oh, if I was home all day, where will my cat sleep outside? I had to promise that the cat would not be left outside. There was this whole thing. They made me do like what if scenarios where it's like, oh, during this cat's lifetime, which of the following reasons may prompt you to return the cat? And it's like, I guess theoretically I have to think about this. And it's a full list. Like there's a how many? There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 times 3 columns of 11. That's a lot.
Hmm.
It's 33. Ah, there we
Hmm.
go. Yep.
Yes. Excellent
Yes.
calculation, Tamara.
Huh. Thank you. Yeah, I had to have 3 personal references. I had to like oh, there was a whole thing where I had to like write down theoretical like parenting things where it was like, okay, so your cat's misbehaving. How do you discipline your cat? And I like wrote out a whole paragraph about like gentle parenting a cat.
It's incredible.
Just write it out in
Being like
detail.
you have to use soft words and make sure that the cat knows that they are loved in spite of this.
Essentially, I really like
Oh,
the exact thing. I wouldn't say the word no. We don't raise our voice. I wouldn't hit the cat or spray the cat. I would calmly explain what she did wrong. And it's like, this is
oh
a
my
cat.
gosh.
This is a cat.
Incredible. I mean, like, I guess it's like, yeah, I guess that's important for like idiot proofing the process of people who will like, I don't know, maybe there's still people on this earth who think that you can like, I don't even want to say the word, but like spray a cat. Like that
Yeah.
one was one that I actually that was a misconception that I had for a while that it was like, oh, that is actually better, but it's like, no, you kind of shouldn't. You
Yeah.
should just, basically you just kind of have to move cats is
Yeah.
what it seems to be.
Yeah. I mean, like, jokes on me. I actually, I have ended up gentle parenting the cat.
You what?
I have gentle parented the cat in reality.
Yeah.
That is kind of what happens. I mean, like sometimes if she she's more sassy than anything, but like for the most part, I either like distract her with something if she's getting nippy. I don't know. I can read her like emotions pretty well, so I know when she's getting pissy with me, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, I can pet you one more time before you like swipe at me." But the few times she's like actually like sort of made contact with me, which is probably twice, and she hasn't like bit me hard, but I just pretended she hurt me. And then she felt guilty and came over and kissed me. And I was like, oh no, I've guilt tripped
Oh.
my cat.
I mean that is what they say though. I remember getting like a pamphlet like that or something along those lines, like getting that resource that it's just like you should absolutely pretend to like if your cat nips you or scratches at you, you should absolutely like recoil. They said specifically like make a high pitched noise, like make it
Oh,
sound like you hurt them so that it's like so that they understand that, claws hurt people.
yeah.
Uh,
See,
yeah.
that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me.
God, parenting cats. What a fuck.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. I like it's really funny though, because like when someone comes and like pet sits your cat or whatever, or, like I moved home with my parents for a year and a half, and like having to explain to my parents how I parent my cat was just a wild time. It went very well. In the end, my mom was like, "Oh, you're gonna be such a good mom. You take such good
Oh.
care of your cat." I'm like, "Thank you." I think it's a little much. However, that means a lot coming from you. Did she listen? She gave the cat too many treats and she like encouraged this nasty habit where if the cat screams, we'll come running to get attention.
Mm.
So she screams, but like for the most part, she's a chill little dude. I like her a lot.
Yeah, Squishy's a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sort of approach that has been somewhat, I guess, effective has been like the whole like making noises if they're being mean to you, and also
Mm.
like if they're being like specifically bitey or whatever, like that's when I'm like, all right, the attention stops.
Yeah.
Like I go away and I do a different thing.
Yeah. You have
Um,
to, because otherwise
yeah,
you encourage them.
exactly. So, and then I don't think there's really anything else other than like, I mean, if they jump up on something and I don't need them, I'm just like, I put you back down on the ground and repeat until cat gets bored. Cat ownership. Cat ownership. Is there anything else that's been like specifically challenging that you weren't expecting about like, because this is the first time you've had
It,
really a pet, from what I understand?
I had three fish as a kid, and then they
Hmm.
all died, and then we named them after ourselves, and then we had funerals for them. Um, And then I was in grade one. This is actually really funny. This story lives in infamy, mostly because like, so my grade one teacher and I are Facebook friends. And so I was in grade one, and my teacher was like, "Oh, tomorrow, how was your weekend?" And I loved this teacher, and I was like, "Oh, well, Miss it, like, I don't want to
Lady, Mrs. Lady.
Mrs. Teacher." I was like, "Oh, it was good, but we buried Rosette." And she was like, "What? What?" I was like, "Yeah, we buried Rosette in the backyard." You should know. And she's like, and she had the common sense to be like, So you buried Rosette in the backyard. And I said, yeah, and we had a funeral because I wasn't allowed to flush her down the toilet.
Oh my God. I'm lightheaded. Oh my God.
She had
Uh,
enough sense to be like, and what was Rosette? And I was like, my fish.
look at my face. Jesus. Oh my God. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh, that's the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard.
I still remember it, and I'm pretty sure. But yeah, no, so that was pro tip. Don't let your kid name her fish after your family.
Yeah, and then go off to school and then tell people that they buried you
In the
in
backyard.
the backyard.
Yep.
Oh dear Lord, that's incredible. That's so funny.
Because we didn't want to flush her down the toilet.
No, I mean, what you couldn't do that. I mean that's like out of respect. You have
Yeah.
to bury her in the backyard.
Yeah, it'd be Jewish burial for the fish, you know?
Jesus,
Mm.
that's it's too good. That's too
Yeah.
good.
So yeah, this is my first pet technically.
In a one that you didn't bury.
Yeah. Oh my God. God forbid. No, Squishy, yeah, she's the first. She's the first little cat. She's also the first I don't know, my mom calls her fur grandbaby of both sides of mine and Bram's family. So she's like she's anthropomorphized. She has merch. I've made lots of squishy merch. It's been amazing for like my parents' birthdays and Mother's Day and Father's Day. Like the amount of squishy merch I can make. I've made coasters and they were a huge hit.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, you can get anything with your cat's face on it, I've learned.
At where?
You can get anything with your cat's face on
Oh,
it.
okay. Oh, yeah, true, true, true. Just in general, I thought you like mentioned a specific place or something that did this, but I
I
mean,
mean, if they want to sponsor us, I'll say their name. But
more than yeah.
yeah,
We're just holding that shit behind a
yeah,
paywall.
yeah, of course. Come on,
No,
sponsor me.
no free advertising. Do we have to bleep that just to
Yeah,
keep the bit
I think
going?
so.
Yes. Oh,
Oh,
incredible.
yeah,
Incredible. All right. Note to future Adam, bleep
bleep.
the name
You
because
got to beep that
fuck
again
them.
too.
No, yeah. Well, or full on cut that. That was just supposed to be like
Editing note.
if I'm editing while I'm paying attention to something else, I just really wanted to grab my attention.
Oh, well, there you
Be
go.
like, hey, if I say my name, I'll listen to it. I'll be like,
Yeah.
hey, bitch,
Or you just
wake up.
put on an accent. Just throw it off.
Like that's my editor. So does every single
Yeah,
thing that I say to myself to grab my attention. I just have to say it in an accent.
yeah. Just like pick like either like stick with one accent or like
It's
pick
like
a really
Adam, pay attention to this part. You need to edit this thing.
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Absolutely.
incredible.
That's the way to do it. There's no other way.
There is no other way. There is
Yep.
no other way known.
But yeah, no. So we love some squishy merch. I've made calendars, I've made mugs, I've made keychains. I've yet to make t-shirts. That's probably my mom's birthday this year. Sorry,
Hmm.
mom.
It's
Spoilers.
spoilers. If you pay for the Patreon.
I guess. I don't know.
Oh
Maybe we'll
God.
post this. Who knows? I mean, like,
Yeah, who knows?
this could be a fun episode. I think
Yeah,
it's going well.
we'll figure. Oh, I mean, already that's a fucking banger of a story.
Thank you.
Just fucking like we buried Rose. I can't even say that. It
You can
feels
say
like it feels like just like a jinx. Like,
it does.
oh God.
Yeah. Oh, it's been good. I'm looking at the show notes. Some of the I forgot that I like wrote some of these as like very strange bullet points. I
Hmm.
think to inspire conversation, but some of them are just very strange.
I still haven't looked at them because you said like, hey Adam, don't look at this shit because we're gonna be talking about it.
Oh yeah, that was for I'm not gonna say that. That is no, that's not for the Patreon. But yeah, no, I didn't write anything past that page. I just didn't want you to read the rest of that episode because I had to leave notes for myself and I didn't want you to be spoiled
Okay.
by such beautiful things like Mayor Bill de Blasio kills Charlotte Jr. Spoilers.
Who the? Oh, right. Oh, yeah. The groundhogs. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. He was the mayor of New York City and he did kill a groundhog.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
What the? F
I shit you not. Either way, groundhog episode coming soon.
That'll happen.
Oh, it'll be good. But yeah, Adam, speaking of the show notes, what are some
Hmm.
new hobbies? What other new hobbies have you picked up during COVID or
Oh,
since four
during
years
co
ago?
during COVID, I think this is such a like this is such a like in your 20s waste man kind of thing. But when it was like deep COVID, initially I kind of just like, I was like I already had a hobby that I was really good at doing it like without anybody like as soon as they were just like, "Oh, stay inside all the time," I was just like, "Shit, yeah, I'm a gamer. Let's fucking go." I didn't want to go outside anyway. So, but when that wore thin, I got into, and this also coincided around the same time that weed became legal in Canada because that happened over the course of that point too.
Oh yeah.
Or no, whatever. I think I might have got my timelines mixed up, but the point is, I got into baking weed brownies
I
as
remember
like
that era.
as like a thing to do.
You got really good at it. We still do we still even during the dark ages, we still talked about your weed brownies.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that makes me happy to hear because my first batch was an absolute fucking train wreck. Not in the fact that like I mean I wasn't great at baking in general, so they were also kind of shit brownies. But I also went way too high on the THC
Oh no.
concentration, and so I tested one out. I was just like on a Discord call, like gonna play some Among Us or something with people, and I was like, oh, I'll have a brownie, like get high with the homies. That seems like a good idea. I got so unbelievably high
Oh
that I
no.
thought I was never gonna come down. Like,
Oh
I thought I was going to, at one point, I literally, like, I think I spent like a good 45 minutes with my finger on my neck, just checking to see if my pulse was going to stop. Like, I thought I was gonna die.
oh my God.
So yeah, the best part of that was like everybody just kind of kept talking in that call, and nobody had noticed that I had gone silent for a period of like an hour and a half.
Oh my God.
So I was just yeah, I was sitting like completely zonked out of my skull for basically the rest of that night, and then when I came down enough to realize that I was going to come down and wasn't going to die, I went to bed.
That's the way to do it. But you refined your skills, I must say.
I
Those
appreciate it.
brownies, phenomenal.
I'm glad you enjoy. I haven't tried my hand at it for a while since, just because I haven't. I don't think I've really even smoked weed much since for like yeah the past 4 years. I think that's
Damn, good for you.
not been a thing. Again, I only ever really wanted to. I never wanted to be one of those people who. I mean, I think I also successfully like. I was never one of those people who like drank alone. So
Yeah.
I don't I don't think that I was ever going to be one of those people who did that. Uh, except for like on the rarest occasion, I'll be like, I just want to get high tonight. Like
Yeah.
that's fun. But was there anything else? I don't really.
We could keep talking about drugs. I have my fun drug stories.
What's
Because
your
well, this is not during COVID per se. This like 2 years ago. This was 2 years ago. I
hmm
was under a lot of
Rosette,
stress.
stop listening.
Oh no, no, no. My parents knew about this.
Oh, okay.
I was under a lot of stress and my parents were moving and I was having some other like issues in like other parts of my life and
hmm
I was very, very stressed and I went to Guelph for a haircut because I was commuting from Toronto to Guelph because I
hmm
am still very dedicated to one hairstylist who does a phenomenal job and
hmm
my heart rate was 145 sitting down.
Ooh,
So I went to,
that's yeah.
it was bad. So I finished my
Pretty bad.
haircut, and I'm on ADHD meds, which is like, you can't, you're on stimulants, like, you can't have your heart rate that high. So I had to go to the hospital.
Mm.
I was texting my physiotherapist in Guelph. I was like, hey, my heart rate's really high. Should I go to Emerge? And she's like, go to Emerge tomorrow.
It's
What the
like, oh,
fuck?
right now.
1:45. She's like, what were you doing? I'm like, getting my hair cut. She's like, go to the hospital. Um, it was great. But then my doctor took me off my ADHD meds cold turkey.
Hmm.
And to deal with the absolute stress I was under at Emerge, they're like, hey, have some Ativan. So they gave me a prescription for some Ativan, and I used it very sparingly. Like, I only had a couple of pills, but my God, some wild nights on Ativan. So wild. And then when I was like, because I looked into like how Ativan worked, and I was like, I don't know if I want to be on this long term. And I was couldn't get back on my meds. I got off my meds in August. I couldn't go back on my meds until the end of November. So I was
Hmm.
like, I don't want to be on Ativan this whole time. Ativan, I think it's an anti it's a benzodiazepam. So it makes you like gorpy as hell, but it took away all of my anxiety, which
Hmm.
is kind of a problem because I thought I was unstoppable. I thought I was like, I am the funniest person to walk the earth. I am the most beautiful, glamorous. I am like, you need to witness this.
Witness my majesty.
So I just started, I filmed so many TikToks. Out of my mind. I did not
Oh
post
no.
any of them. But like, you're really gorped out. So I'd be like on the couch, lip syncing to Taylor Swift, convinced I was like the next TikTok sensation. I never posted one, luckily, because like eventually I'd be like, I think I need to edit this while I'm sober because this is too good. And then I'd watch it sober, and I'm like, what the fuck were you
I'm
doing?
like, what the hell was going on?
Well, I had no
Oh
anxiety
man.
because it
That's
chills you the fuck out. So like that was there were lots of TikToks, lots of weird purchases. Like I would black out and buy things. And I remember while buying things, I was convinced it would be amazing. And it would like it wasn't anything super weird, but I would just like wake up to packages and I was like, what the hell is this? I'm like, I was on Ativan.
I have
Um
no idea. Sorry.
yeah, there's a lot of photos as well. Like I took of me doing very mundane things that I thought were hilarious because I was like, this is comedy.
So that's a real so that's interesting. So I guess is it no, you couldn't have been on stimulants, so you just it was just
I
good
was
anxiety medication that just makes you really confident.
Yeah, I mean, like I was also in active withdrawal from my ADHD meds because I just
Ah,
stopped taking them, and it's a type of methamphetamine that I'd been on for like 2 years,
ooh,
so I was like cranky, and my heart rate would spike even off it because I was just so stressed. Because my mom, during that time, while I was withdrawing from my ADHD meds and taking Ativan every night, we were moving.
yeah. So
Weirdest combination, but my favorite photo I took was on September 11th. I got really high. I took an Ativan.
fucked up on 9/11. Sorry, continue.
Mom and I
As
were
one
walking.
would. I mean, never
Yeah.
forget, but also don't face that challenge,
Oh,
that sadness head on.
yeah. It was really bad. I kept wishing everybody happy 9/11 when I was. I thought it was so funny.
Who's kidding tomorrow? Holy
I had no anxiety. I thought I was hilarious.
shit. Oh my God. This is the kind of shit that like me and the boys in the like high school group chat do to each other. We know it's not funny to
Offended my friend.
uh
And she got really mad at me. So it's like, Happy 9/11. I love you. And she's like, what the fuck tomorrow?
oh God.
And then
No.
I sent Bram a picture of like my mom's on the couch. I think we're watching Love Is Blind, and we ordered Mexican food, and I'm holding up a quesadilla, like cheesing at the camera, and like just the context of knowing. And then I sent this to my friend, and I'm like, look at me, happy 9/11. I'm eating a quesadilla. I'll send you the photo.
Incredible.
And again, I thought it was peak comedy because I was like, wow, this is hilarious. Like, look at me. And I would like I'd save memes on my phone as well too. Not understanding. I mean, like they're funny, but I thought again, no anxiety. I like no social anxiety. I was like, this is
Hmm.
hilarious. This is the greatest thing I've ever fucking seen. Like, this is peak culture. Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta get me some of that.
I mean, you can get it for medical procedures. I'd taken it before for MRIs, and I would do MRI reviews where I was still high out of my mind, but I would just sit and I would just talk about the MRI because I went
What do
for
you
a
mean?
couple of them. I would review it. I would rate it. I'd be like, this is my experience at Women's College Hospital. It
What are
was
you talk like?
awesome.
What are you talking about? Like this would be like a you'd sit down and you record yourself making a
After the
review.
after the MRI,
What?
I'm still on Ativan. I was like, this is important. I need to know this. I have three of them.
That's kind of, I mean, I imagine that there's probably a market for that, but maybe not with as much gusto as you probably would have given it while being like completely high out of your skull.
Yeah. I wasn't as the dose of Ativan I was on for those MRIs was lower. Here's the 9/11 picture. These are some of the photos I downloaded that day.
There's the 9/11 picture. And this was I almost like I like how in the background you said this was Love is
Oh, you
Blind
see that?
or
Yeah, I think it was Love is Blind.
okay. It's just I like the picture of the guy in the background just like looking at that quesadilla and being like like he's looking lovingly at it. He's like, "Ah, yeah, that quesadilla.
Yep.
You really understand me, quesadilla."
Yep. It was great. It was really funny. But yeah,
Uh,
no, I thought there was a market for it. So, and I had a weird experience with an MRI, so I was like, the people need to know.
hmm,
Yeah, either way. That's me. That's me on Ativan. It's fun
that's you
time.
on drugs.
Yup.
Fantastic.
Yeah. It's bad. Like it's if it didn't make me so out of it, it would be kind of fun to be on, but like you really can't be out of your house while on Ativan. I went to a Jonas Brothers concert and I got really anxious, so I had to take an Ativan because my heart rate
Hmm.
started spiking and I had a pulse oximeter I had to start taking around with me to get my pulse because it was
Oh
really
no.
bad and I got so high at the Jonas Brothers concert. It wasn't that fun.
God. Usually you'd think getting high at a Jonas Brothers concert would be just the best time of your life. Like,
It was because it
uh,
it was so overwhelming, and I was with and I had to tell I was like, hey, we were like on our way over there. And I was like, hey, my heart rate's and she's a dietitian, so I was like, oh, she'll understand. So I explained the situation. I'm like, hey, so my heart rate sometimes spikes, and like I had to take Ativan. I don't really want to because it's gonna be a fun night. Like I was looking forward to it, and she's like, oh, I'm sure you'll be fine. I was not in fact fine. And again, just any insecurities gone. But also it was so overstimulating and we were like at the back row of the um Rogers Center.
oh my gosh.
It was just such a weird experience.
That's silly.
Yeah. Either
Uh,
way, if you ever have the chance to have an MRI, ask for Ativan.
I will keep that in mind. I mean, I do remember getting an MRI or two um while I was oh yeah, because I had a slip disc as well. That's another thing that happened to me
Oh my God.
in the what we're now referring to as the Dark Ages. Um but yeah, I remember getting an MRI around that time and like I'm still always anxious whenever I get an MRI just because I remember that when I was younger, I had metal screws surgically like implanted into my left leg to make it grow better. It's long story short, that's
Oh.
basically it. There was just a procedure that I had that involved like just putting metal into my body.
Yeah.
And then eventually they had to like take it out to be like, all right, well, that accomplished what it needed to, and now you don't need to have metal in your body anymore.
Yeah.
Um, and but like there's always a part of me when I go in for magnetic resonance imaging into this giant like magnet thing that's just like if there's even a little bit of that metal still stuck in my knee, I
Oh
may
no.
never walk again.
Oh, that
So
is awful.
yeah, so there's just like a little part of me that's always just like when does the magnets happen, and if so, do I still get to keep my kneecaps?
Yeah.
But it's never obviously it's never been a problem because
But you're still scared it would be. Those things are scary and they like I'm claustrophobic kind of.
hmm
And they make loud noise and
hmm
being on Ativan doesn't always make you relaxed.
No, it sounds weirdly like it quiets the inhibitions, but it maybe doesn't like.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily a downer, is what I'm understanding.
I think it might be a downer, but for some reason in me, it just like again, I don't have anxiety, and I guess so much of my anxiety is social anxiety that I'm
Mm.
just like, hey world, witness my greatness.
Witness me. Happy 9/11.
Literally, you thought I was self-absorbed before. Oh,
We've for context, we've said to each other the meanest things that we had talked to other people. The biggest shit talk that we had dropped in the amount of time that we weren't speaking, which is something that we'll get into at a different time.
yeah, save that for
Because,
episode 2. You gotta leave them
exactly.
wanting more.
That's exactly what this is. This is just, yeah. Do you want us to address the fact that we haven't spoken in 4 years? Nope. Not here. Not now.
Listen to episode 2.
Exactly. On the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get.
Your podcast.
That's just
Oh.
that's just ingrained in my brain.
Yeah, I mean, that was another COVID hobby was podcasts. I got really into podcasts, specifically one podcast, and I got it was Behind the Bastards, which is
hmm
like I'm not gonna say it did irrevocable damage to my mental health because just hearing every day a new episode about horrible people and how the world was going to end during like peak lockdown
Yeah.
probably wasn't the best thing, but I've learned so much about dictators. I had a weird phase where I was really into dictators. I feel like a lot of people go through this, but I still have to preface like I don't it wasn't like the normal dictators either. Like I went like real like deep cut dictators. Like my favorite dictator is the dictator of Turkmenistan.
Wait, Turkmenbashi's a G though.
He's the
I
best.
listened to that episode too. He's fucking insane.
He's the greatest. I love him. But
I
again, like some people go for Hitler or Stalin. No, I went
I
Turkmenistan.
would. Yeah, well, because that was the thing that I liked the most about the Behind the Bastards podcast was that like you really get to learn some things that you would never find out about these people otherwise, and because it's always framed in the context of like, or usually framed in the context of like these people are fucked up in a very weird way, because that's just what seems to tickle Robert Evans's fancy
Yeah,
is more than terrible people, like weird people.
yeah.
So.
Although,
Um,
like, I feel like to be a dictator, though, you need to like you have to think highly of yourself, right? And again, I feel
mhm.
like it's the Ativan, like no inhibitions. You could just be weird as hell, and no
Yeah.
one's stopping you.
Yeah, yeah, I guess that kind of goes yeah, hand in hand. I guess yeah, when you have that much power, you just kind of like yeah, it just advans you. You just lower you completely throw your inhibitions out because what does it matter? You have all the power.
Yeah, you can get into weird shit. That's the thing. I feel like super rich people have fucking weird hobbies because they
hmm
can.
Because
Because
they can.
why not?
Yeah. They can afford to drop like thousands of dollars on just weird and probably yeah just in general like they run out of things to do in an average day because it's just like well I don't really need to work super hard for a living fuck it I guess I'll get into like wood carve. Well, not even wood carving. That's not even expensive. I don't, what's a good example? I don't
Ooh,
know.
writing fanfic about Iran and America.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Oh, Jesus.
Love it.
Yeah. But I think that that is something that I do wonder if maybe other people have different versions of this where like they when they realize that there's just a lot of stuff like more than maybe what you find out in high school or whatever, like you really start to realize that the world around you is really really fucked up. And there's just a bunch of shit that goes on that seems to fly in the face of the kind of morality, any sense of morality that you might have grown up with. It might cause people to really I wonder if there's other people who have that kind of moment where they kind of like can't move on from it, you know what I mean, and they just get really into the weeds of immersing themselves in the kind of like doom scrolling or just reading about how the world sucks and they just can't like move on from it. Do you know, does any of that make sense?
Oh, no, it totally does. I was trying to make a really good libertarian joke. That's why I was quiet.
Oh, sorry.
I couldn't think of one other than like, isn't that just libertarianism? But it's not really. No, I think that's totally a thing. I think like the way people my hot take is that like you either came out of COVID with a lot of strange hobbies and some like trauma that accumulated, or you came out with like a lot of trauma that had accumulated, but like the people who admitted that things got kind of weird for a few years, I feel like have fared so much better than the people who are just like everything was fine, things were fine, and are now like it's just getting worse. And it's like, no, once you were like, you know what? There's a happy medium to be found where it's like, yeah, things got weird for a few years. It's even weirder now, but you know what? We're gonna try to find some humor in the terribleness.
Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, I think there were people who either decided, yeah, I think there was not yeah, I guess there were people who just kind of like buried their head in the sand and were just kind of like, oh well, that was a thing that happened, but on we go. And it's like, no, 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 no. Hold up, talk, like think about it and process it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I'm not saying we should all be in therapy, but I'm also saying maybe it would be really good if we could all get access to therapy. I feel like things would be going a little better now, maybe, if we were able to have seen
yeah,
some professionals about what happened in the world.
that I can agree with 100%. If only we could access the said mental health resources and they weren't being treated like a fucking luxury.
Sponsored by sorry, that was
Yeah. We wish.
no.
Though, I don't
No,
know.
they're bad.
Are
Bad
they
company.
bad?
I think
Okay.
so. I said that with so much authority. I think so. Weren't
Yeah.
they the one with like it was a like scammy therapist?
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Any kind of like commodification or attempt to like Uberify something like therapy feels like it has no way to go other than terribly.
Oh God.
Like,
They ossified therapy.
yeah, he ossified like you fucking passed through the brains of like two Silicon Valley idiots.
Oh no. Are you talking
Yeah.
about the US government currently?
Ah,
Ah,
zing.
whoop, da, da,
It's
da.
funny because it's true.
Yeah. Yeah. See, you can laugh about it.
You can, and you should.
It's the only thing we have left.
It really is.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we're blowing through the list of stuff we had. Um, let's see. Oh, speaking of things that came about during TikTok, have you spent a lot of time there, Adam? Do you have an account now?
Oh yeah, I have an account now. Yeah, and I'm on the TikTok and the Blue Sky plugs in the middle of the episode. Don't
Woo.
follow me there 'cause that would be weird. Also, I don't post anything, so no fucking incentive anyway. You should follow us on Blue Sky though. There we go, plug in the middle of the episode.
You have to start posting.
I do. I haven't done a goddamn thing with that social media account since I haven't even like followed though there's not like I tried to basically migrate my Twitter feed from Twitter to Blue Sky, and there's quite a lot of people who still like of the ones that I follow that really don't have Blue Sky yet.
No, okay. It feels like all of the like really like top tier patrician political people and journalists are all on Blue Sky.
Oh yeah.
However, that's making my Blue Sky feed the most depressing fucking thing. Because my Twitter had like equal parts shit posting, politics, pictures of cats and raccoons, and like eventually the odd Taylor Swift thing. I don't have the same weird, like I haven't trained the algorithm yet, and not everyone's on here. So it's like 90% of the time the onion posts are like the humor in my feed, except I fell for an onion post the other day and I was really disappointed. I didn't realize it was the onion and I was like, oh my God.
Did this really happen?
Yeah, it was a really obvious one too. I'm really disappointed. It was the like the Westboro Baptist Church does a nuclear missile test.
Don't worry, man. It gets they get closer and closer every day. The Onion and news that is.
Yeah, it feels that way.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I agree with you. Like none of there's the meme game on Blue Sky is weak. The meme game is there's not a lot of meme accounts. There's not a lot of gimmick accounts either.
No,
Like it's a very
I mean, there's whale facts and there's like a couple of like the big ones, but
Wait,
this,
what did you say? Did you say whale facts?
yeah, have you not followed whale facts?
No, I'm gonna pull them up right now. A whale fact. I have whale fact.
I'll send you one.
Most whales in the ocean are at least a little.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is
Okay.
one of my favorite accounts.
I
There,
like this one. That's
there.
good. That's a good. Oh, that's not a pin. No, they don't have any pin tweet. That's just the most recent one.
Yeah, it's just
That's
organic.
fantastic. Oh boy, never mind. Okay.
Did you say fantastic?
That's no, I didn't, but now I did
Okay.
retroactively. I'm gonna double think myself into having said that.
Oh, yeah, no, hi, Squishy. It's great. There's literally nothing you could do at a McDonald's that would cause a whale to call the cops and tweet.
This is some yeah. Oh, that's one account that I'm glad is also on Blue Sky is Pookie Cho just makes me happy.
Oh, I'm looking it up.
Has not yeah, it's like Pikachu but spelt really fucked up.
I can't find it because I kept spelling it weirdly.
Okay, Pukicicho.
Oh, that thingy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's Rosie from Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah. Not like yeah.
I like Worms Armageddon. That's my favorite one.
Worms Armageddon.
Yeah. I was gonna say we should um we'll like add in the show notes a list of the tweets and images we were
Yeah.
including so we're not just describing absurd tweets.
Yeah. Just shout out to all of these all people memeing on Blue Sky currently. Hopefully we will join that. We'll just fucking start putting random bullshit up and be like end tweet.
We'll take some Ativan.
Yeah, we'll take some Ativan and we'll think that we're really, really funny.
I think I have like one pill left.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just
Let's fucking do an episode like cutting that shit right down the middle
oh
and then
my
just
God.
talking.
That'd be so funny.
Every other podcast, yeah, we got high on weed and ketamine and talked. Us,
Ah,
yeah, we drop an Ativan.
we're dropping benzodiazepines, baby.
Hell yeah.
Woohoo.
This all started with a question from you about whether or not I'm on TikTok as much. The answer is no.
Oh, you should. I feel like for me, TikTok has become the new medium for shit posting. It's really filled the Twitter void or whatever the fuck it's called.
Mm.
Um, it's great. I mean, like, sometimes again, it like alternates between like too serious and like funnier, but I feel like I'm at a really good place with it where it's so funny because you never know what you're gonna get. Are you gonna get a hot take? Are you gonna get like a weird video of two guys screaming karaoke? Or are you gonna get like weird fan cams of Luigi Mangione? Like, you never know. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. So I haven't trained my algorithm quite yet to do I think what to get that stuff. I definitely want to see fucking fan cams of any Luigi memes. I will always enjoy.
Oh, it's so
But
good. You
uh
can
yeah.
you can also like blow up on there fairly organically as well too, especially with cat content. I during the dark ages, I like tried to make Squishy a social media star, and then I got bored. But I had like one tweet or one TikTok do well. I think I got 4,000 views on one of them.
Hmm.
And it was just like a video of like people go nuts for cat videos. Cat videos and videos of the Eras Tour are some of my best performing videos.
Yeah, I mean it's been like cats have been very popular as a thing for a while, right? So
Oh yeah. And videos of cats too, especially like
yeah.
little cute ones. Oh, and it's so much easier to like attempt to go viral as well too. Ah,
Yeah.
it's sort of like it's a democratized version, I feel like, of a lot of other traditional social media sites because the algorithm will just pick up random shit. Excuse me, especially if you use hashtags that are like increasingly specific. So there's a chance for like a lot more people to see your stuff in a short amount of time.
Like fucking hash hashtag cat, hashtag cute, hashtag this arson.
Yeah. I'm looking literally, so the one post I had that like kind of blew up. I don't know what some of these hashtags are. One of them was Good Deeds Cup. I don't know.
What
I don't know.
the fuck is a good deeds cup?
No
Sounds like
fucking.
some weird parenting method.
Oh, it was just a trending hashtag I just put. I think that's what helped. Is I just used it was for hockey. It
Okay.
was great. And then it was just like cats, cats of TikTok, cat meme, cat lover, tabby cat, dads of TikTok because my dad's in it.
Tangentially, but still there.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a video of him playing peekaboo with Squishy. It's really cute. I gotta say, like, it's a good video.
Hmm. We'll definitely consume these later. Shout out to our favorite TikTok account, Tamara's Squishy. Or is this just on main
Yeah.
or
Oh yeah,
okay?
my TikTok is so messy. It started off with like genuinely trying to be like a squishy page.
Hmm.
And I did that for a while. And then the Eras tour started and I wanted tickets and then there was a bead challenge where they were like, "Oh, you can get your Taylor Swift friendship bracelet if you post videos." So then I started like making cringy Taylor Swift cat videos and they did well. Um yeah, it's whatever it is. Who knows? Maybe I'll post more regular squishy videos, but it's like man, it's hard to try to film viral videos with your cat, especially when your cat is not like a lot of the cats on TikTok that are big are trained. I can't train Squishy. I can't get
Yeah.
her to do anything. She's ungovernable. She's like I'm her bitch.
She is. Yeah. She is. Well, that's like most cats, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, it couldn't be that the market is extraordinarily saturated for people just like putting up pictures of their cats, could it?
Yeah,
No way.
there's always room for more. That's the thing, because you can always like, I think the creativity comes from the fact that I would like take trends that weren't like cat ones and make them about the cat.
Hmm.
So it'd be like, these are my favorite things. And it would be like, it would be like a Just Girly Things post. Did you ever like hear about Just Girly Things?
Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like a Just Girly Things post where it was like, I'm just a girl who loves, and I did one for my cat. And it's just Squishy's a girl who loves, and everyone's like, Pilates, ice cold mocha, and Squishy's is screaming, licking feet. Feathers. Playing fetch. Watching mom play Sims. Pooping with mom. Attention.
Just squishy things.
Licking feet.
Licking feet. Yeah, that's this appears to not be an uncommon one among cats, but like,
Yeah.
um,
It worked.
let
Again,
me see.
like you just got to make the weird TikTok trends that like people will do about your cat.
What if you bait and switched it to like you use this as like a teaching tool? You started making like TikToks about the stuff that like you're trying to tutor your students about. Like it's a picture or it's a video of Squishy doing cat things, but then it's just like this historical figure is important because
Oh my God.
XYZ.
I had an idea and then I like it would I don't have time right now, but my idea was like we should make like a like an aesthetic just girly things, but just like post like Marxist thought pieces. So it's
Yeah.
just aesthetic Marxist things and it's
Just
like
just go full psyop. Just fucking
it's just like I don't know. I thought it'd be really fucking funny. Like, why not? But like, actually try to make it aesthetic. Like, try to take like really cute lifestyle photos and have like like I don't know. People do like collection videos. Like, have like cute photos of things that would draw people in, and then it would be like a slideshow, and you'd like swipe right, and it's like, did you know that Russian Marxism is different from that of others? And like, just I thought about it. I really like I if I ever have time, I would just why not? I think it'd be really really annoying and really funny.
I actually kind of love that. I love that idea. Just like specifically like yeah, just exactly bait and switching being
Yeah.
like here's random pictures that are aesthetic looking and also since I've already got your attention,
Some straight up propaganda at this
some
point, let's
straight up
be real.
propaganda.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, you fight fire with fire at this point, man. Like
Indoctrinate the youth.
exactly.
Yeah.
Get the red flags in their hands.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's my if Squishy couldn't make it, it would be my weird subversive history TikTok that could make it.
I think so. Like you just got to keep throwing shit at the wall until something sticks.
Hmm. I don't
That's
know. I'm always scared when people I know like find it and think that like it's serious. Like I had to have a conversation with someone to be like, "Hey, I see you've been watching my TikToks. They're not serious. Like please, like I just wanted Eras tour tickets
yeah,
and I wanted to try to make money off this. And then as soon as I learned that TikTok Canadians don't make money off TikTok, I was like, this is far too much work to make my cat famous."
yeah. Dude, it's just like do not judge me for this, please. Do not judge me for what I did to get Eras tour tickets.
Yeah.
I think that might be a common like uniting banner for a lot of people.
It's not even how I got. I mean, I learned how to get tickets on there, but like those videos that I made that were like really cringy were honestly
Mm,
not even the thing that helped. It just they exist now, and I'm just like, yeah, nothing gets deleted on the internet. I'm gonna leave these really, really, really ham-fisted puns about Taylor Swift and my cat's interest up here.
yeah.
It's really bad. It's like really embarrassing. I should delete them.
I'm now I really gotta get through your just through your TikTok account.
Oh,
This will be the way I'll train it. This is by consuming all of your TikToks and then go back to my homepage and just be hit with a barrage of other people who just tried to make their cat internet famous or tried to get Eras tickets.
you're gonna end up on like Taylor Swift TikTok. I feel like you're 100% gonna end up there. It
I'm
is
not against that.
it is inescapable. I feel like you're just gonna end up there. And I'm just gonna get videos of you like ranking songs. We are gonna do that though, for a page.
Ranking songs, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
that's
doing the like was this like a trend for a while that it was just oh yeah it was I remember seeing a trend. I don't remember if this was a TikTok trend, but it was like a bunch of people in a room and then it would play like snippets of 10 songs and it was like a bop or not or something, and like either the people would go to the side and that says that like oh this is a banger and they would dance to it, or they'd go to the side of the screen that's like, nah, this is dog shit.
Aw.
I don't remember. I'm probably describing it terribly, but
No, no, that's so cute. That's from like
yeah.
5 years ago.
I'm at this age, am I? I remember this TikTok trend. How long ago was that?
Yeah,
30 years.
essentially. Oh, oh,
Oh.
that's okay. You have it. You'll say it. There's so many like I feel like now there's not there's occasionally like monoculture moments, but like it broke off into like niche subcultures very early on. Like even as early as 2020. I remember I got TikTok and I would talk to Bram's sister about it because she's 6 years younger than me. And I would
Hmm.
be and there was like this division between like straight TikTok and gay TikTok. And gay
Hmm.
TikTok was like the interesting side of TikTok. Straight TikTok had like your Addison Rae, Charlie D'Amelio, like doing like the renegade dance.
Hmm.
And then like gay TikTok had like weird subcultures. Like there's frog talk, bean talk. I ended up on bean talk for a while. It was just a lot of like,
Rock talk.
yeah, it would just be like weird videos of like beans and frogs with like utter nonsense. It was kind of like it was weird. It was Dadaism. It was like Dadaism levels of like just videos. It was great.
That sounds so interesting. I kind of love
Yeah.
that.
But yeah, no, you could just end up on like weird sides of it. So now there's all these like subcultures and different sides of it that have their own like trends. And like sometimes they'll again be these monoculture moments where like, oh, you'll see everybody doing this like take on a trend and they're from these different subcultures. But yeah, no, it's so funny. They do exist. It's crazy.
That would be an interesting rabbit hole to follow. Like just the division. I don't know if it's quite that binary anymore, but that's what I want to train my algorithm towards is gay TikTok over straight TikTok.
Yeah.
That's where I want to be.
I feel like that kind of decipated a little bit just after I feel like someone who's like an actual internet historian has done a video on this. If not, we should totally do an episode on this. But
Mm,
I feel like it sort of died with the end of a lot of the content houses. Because there used to be content houses where like the YouTube content houses, but like there was the Hype House, there was the Sway House, where it was like a bunch of like late teens, early 20-year-old people who were conventionally attractive but like live together for content. Like it would be like a Team 10 house, but for TikTok.
hmm
And
Oh, okay. So, all right.
same idea, didn't end well. And I feel like a lot of those people also tried to diversify their careers as well too. Like Charlie D'Amelio's on Broadway right now.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Good for her.
she's dancing in a musical.
Hmm.
Because she is a professionally trained dancer. Like she was in the competitive scene. Like she did well. And Addison Rae has a song and like did a remix with like Charlie XCX on Brat and like appeared at the Sweat Tour with Charlie XCX to do Von
Huh.
Dutch.
Huh. Oh, I mean, good that yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? Because especially if like you said, they were before even getting famous on TikTok, they were like I like that aspect of it, the fact that like you said earlier that TikTok's very democratized. It feels like 'cause I listened to the Matt Bernstein episode that you told well, not
Yeah.
the episode, and also I went further to listening to the Chapel Roan fucking can't get my head around how to say her name, Chapel Roan.
Yeah, Chapel Roan.
um
Yay. We love
so
a bit fruity. It's such a
we
good
do love a bit
podcast.
through fruity, but like I thought that was also an interesting story where like obviously it wasn't like she wasn't an overnight success because it was many years of hard work in the making, but she seemed to go through those kinds of like democratized kind of channels like TikTok to get her leg up in the industry and get her foot in the door, and it seemed to have worked out extraordinarily well for her.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
like her career. I love Chappell Roan, huge
hmm
fan. So she was signed to, I want to say Interscope, and was working with Dan Nigro, her producer, who just won Producer of the Year, at the Grammys.
hmm,
And so she was signed as a minor, and they started working together for a development deal. And then she got dropped during COVID as like a 17-year-old, and then she saved up during COVID, and then when she moved back because she had moved to LA, then she moved back home, saved up, worked her ass off as a waitress, and then went back to Dan Nigro and was like, "Hey, I want to do this." And I don't know if she self-funded the project, but let me look this up.
hmm.
Um, but she essentially like Pink Pony Club was written like 7 years ago.
Oh
And
shit.
she actually has like she has an EP as well, a couple of EPs outside of the Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, which are like very different. They're pretty good. She had a folk leaning project. She released a couple EPs, and then she moved back home to Missouri. And then in 20, she started working with Dan Nigro again a couple years later. But in 2023, Dan Nigro launched an imprint and then signed her to the first and only artist on that label. And she was able to help with a bit of Dan Nigro's help, like with this imprint pay to help release the Midwest Princess. And she was on TikTok, but her big thing was that she opened for Olivia Rodrigo's Guts tour. And that's
Hmm.
when people started hearing her. And they were like, holy crap, she's amazing, especially Hot to Go. Hot to Go is what made her blow up.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because like she released Midwest Princess, I think is in September of 2023, and then she started opening for Olivia Rodrigo. Um, I don't know when the tour started, but she definitely was opening for her around like March and April. But then by 2024, she had like the largest performance in Lollapalooza history.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah, so yeah. It's a very compelling story what she tells in it, and it's something that I'm again that I'm happy like exists as a thing that that there is ways into I mean I guess that's partially so it sounds like partially her road to success well yeah I guess just involved working in the industry like working with people
yeah,
finding gigs where she could and eventually making it to yeah that well like I guess it is one big breakthrough moment that she opened for Olivia Rodrigo, but it's not like she hadn't been working towards that
yeah,
for many years. It's not like that
absolutely.
effort there's any less effort just because she had that opportunity.
Absolutely. And
So,
she opened for Olivia because Olivia uses Dan Nigro as her producer as well. So the
hmm
two of them like had met and they were friends as well too. And people just fell in love with Chapel Roan. And she was also doing her own like she was doing her own like statewide tour as well too that summer. And
hmm
she would do like carefully curated themes. And like she's just I love Chapel Roan. I'm gonna wax poetic about her. So she did so many really cool things that made her stand out as an artist, and she uses a lot of like drag inspired. I mean, Chapel Roan is like her drag persona essentially. Her real name's
hmm
Kaylee, and she really paid homage.
Dogs chaperone.
I
No.
know it's she has said it herself. Like I swear, I'm not being one of those weird fans. But she really like paid homage to like drag queens and the art of drag. So like on her own tour, she would have local drag queens open for her at every show, and every show would have a theme, and she would post about the theme beforehand, and people would come in like elaborate outfits, as would she. And she would have small designers like working to create these insane custom elaborate outfits that like kicked ass.
hmm
And it just like created this insane persona that was so cool and just so captivating. And she's just, again, she's incredible queer representation, especially for people from the Midwest and just people. Also, she made like another version of the YMCA essentially purposefully so that she could have a song to dance to on tour, which was Hot to Go.
Mm.
And, right now the Village People are have,
It is the gay person's YMCA, isn't it? I just
but like the
realized.
Village People are gay too, though. That's
Well,
the
yeah, but
thing.
it's just like
It's
then white people took that and just appropriated it like they do for many things. Ho 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 ho.
yeah.
There's my liberal joke.
Yay.
Um,
But yeah, no, she made the new gay YMCA and like people love it. It's I mean like the album is so good, but I love Hot to Go.
It's a good
It
song.
was one of my top songs last year.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Well, I partially because I need to get up for work tomorrow, but I think we can call that an episode. I think
I
we can
think
call that
so.
something to work with.
Yeah. Also, boo corporate life.
Boo corpo life. My soul has been sold to the highest bidder. Just kidding. It's about the mid-level bidder.
It's only somewhat worth it.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I guess in the style of our old closers, follow us on YouTube and Blue Sky now because that's gonna be a thing going forward.
And
Um,
Podbean.
and
We pay for
Podbean.
that shit.
We do be paying for that shit. And is there what was the other thing? What else do we say?
Oh my God. I'm pulling up the drive to see if we still have it. I have no idea. We used to have a thing to end it.
Mm. Uh, don't I guess the warning continues to be don't support us on Patreon yet. We don't know what we're doing with it, but it's
We're
there
due. We're due.
eventually. At this point, maybe depending on when you're listening to this, please do support us on Patreon. But
If you support us on Patreon, we'll put stuff on there.
that's true.
It's like a
That's
weird
true.
what came first, the chicken or the egg? Do we put stuff on there before people actually give a shit? Honestly, probably not. No one's gonna listen to this. I don't even think my
No.
parents will listen to this anymore. I don't think I can use the like, please, mom, listen to my project at 29.
Uh, no, it's I think that's a business model that works out super well. It's like give us the money first and then we'll deliver your product. That's never that's never historically resulted in huge economic crashes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that works for me.
that's a good way to sign off.
Throw your life savings into our Patreon.
Exactly. Well, thanks so much for listening to us, and maybe I guess yeah, we'll do more of a catch up next episode. This was a good like episode 0. I'm proud of us. We got through it.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Holy shit. Sorry, before we go, Adam, the
What?
Disney Emoji Blitz episode exists on the Google Drive.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. This is the best news I've heard all
So
day.
happy.
There it fucking is. Ah, yes. The Disney emoji episode. Hell yeah.
Oh, well, that's a good way to end it. We'll leave everyone wanting more and
Fantastic. Yeah.
confused.
Stay tuned for us playing a mobile game. Bye.